Hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel because like only 3 people watch me. But in today's video, as you can tell from the title, I'm gonna talk about my car accident, which has completely traumatized me. But yeah, this is weird. I'd never filmed like this type of video, like a story time kind of video. Okay, I'm just gonna like start talking about it. So, few little minor details. I used to have, it got totaled. Oh wait, okay, hold on. Disclaimer, I'm terrible at telling stories. So if I'm like over here jumping around from like the end of the story to the beginning, to the middle, to like back to the beginning, I'm sorry. I'm terrible at telling stories. But anyways, I used to have a Honda Civic Coupe. It was like 10 o'clock-ish in the morning and I was going home from school. I'm driving the speed limit, you know, or I'm driving below the speed limit. Like the speed limit was 55 and I was going like 50. I remember because I checked the thing right before the whole thing happened. I checked it, it said 50 and I was like, okay, cool, I'm going. And I was just going like forward, minding my own business. There was no like curves in the freeway and there was nothing like that. So I'm like just driving and then I check my, you know, like the routine check, like check behind, check the right, and then check the left mirror. And then I'm doing that checkup, and then right when I look at my left one, I was like, oh shit, there's a big red semi truck and he's super fucking close to me. I should speed up so he doesn't hit me. And right when I started to like press on the gas more so he doesn't hit me is when he hit me. And he hit me. I'm gonna draw a little thing on my iPad so I can show you kind of visually like what happened. I don't know if it's gonna be any good because I suck, but I'm gonna start screen recording right here and I'm gonna narrate it. So these are gonna be the lines right here. I don't know exactly how many there were, but I'm just gonna put a lot because there was a lot. So the red is gonna be me and I'm in this lane. Let's say like I'm right here, that's me. And then the blue is gonna be the truck, the semi truck. And in the later part of the story, there's gonna be this semi truck. So I'll write semi. No, sorry, hold on. This is a pickup truck. Pick up truck. And then this is gonna be semi truck. This would be so much better if I had an Apple Pen. And this is me. The lane I'm in is where the on-ramp is. So there's that on-ramp. And then this lane also goes to the on-ramp, but it also goes forward. So this can go to the on-ramp and then that can also go. So it's like this one's the on-ramp only lane and then that one is either or. And the semi-truck was trying to go onto my lane because he didn't know that this went into the on-ramp as well. So he goes and he's like checking at the last, he's going at the last minute and he doesn't see me. I'm in his blind spot, I think. And he hits me right here. So he hits me on the back left of my car, and that little tap, since he has like a huge big truck, makes my little ass car go like spin out into the middle of the freeways. So I don't know how many times I turned, but I remember when I was starting to spin out, I was like, started screaming obviously. And then I remember my first initial, like when I started to turn, when he hit me, I looked out of the passenger window and I saw what direction the freeway was going. Like I was supposed to be that way, but I was like this and I was looking to the front of the road, like through my passenger window, and I was trying to like drift. I was trying to go like turn my wheels right so that I could spin back forward. I don't even know why I thought that I could do that because I'm not like Tokyo Drift or anything, but I started to like try to do that, but then my wheel just like went crazy and I just started spinning out, and I just like let it happen, and I was screaming and crying and I don't even know, getting hit around. And I don't know what happened in that process, but then I remember I was facing the back, and then I like briefly, I was like a brief 0.5 second thought in my mind, I saw a big white truck right in front of me. Not like a pickup truck, not a semi truck, not like a semi truck, like a little pickup truck, like a normal truck that people drive. And I saw a white one and it was close to me, and then I remember getting hit again. So I'm gonna go back to my little drawing. I'm spinning out and then I end up like this, and then I'm right here and I'm facing this way. So that's the front of the car, that's the back of the car. And then this pickup truck, I guess, hit me. Oops, what the fuck? Hits me right here. And all I remember is being hit multiple times, but I didn't know from what, you know, but I just remember like it kept hitting me and hitting me and hitting me. And yeah, he kept hitting me until both of our cars stopped. So then once the cars were stopped, I was obviously crying hysterically, and my first like thought was like, where is the red truck? I don't see him. Like, I don't see him. Where is he? He hit me, and like he's supposed to be right here, but he just, I didn't know where he was. Oh, I forgot. So, you know how I said, this is me at the end of the story realizing that I missed an entire fucking section of the story. So I'm going to put it in right here, and hopefully it fits in somewhere into the middle of my story. But the red semi truck who initially hit me first, he just drove off. He hit me and he ran, but I'm not sure whether or not he meant to like hit me and run, or like if he hit me and didn't know he hit me, because supposedly he didn't know. And my dad used to actually be a truck driver, so he said, yeah, like I was in his blind spot, and he might not have like felt it, because those semi trucks, you don't feel anything when you hit something. So then he drives off, and there's actually a good, nice person followed his ass and was like flashing his high beams at him, and he was like, hey, you gotta fucking pull over because you just hit that fucking girl. He was like flagging him down and stuff, and so eventually he pulls over, and then the guy is like, hey, you hit that car, you need to like go back. He's like, what car? He looks at his, this is what he said he looked at his truck and he's like, I don't see anything. And I was like when I heard that, I was like, what the fucking fuck? Eventually he tells the guy that he needs to go back. I see the red truck and he's there. And I was like, oh, good thing he came back. Because since we were going on the on-ramp, maybe he had to like turn around and like whatever. But little did I know, until that guy came and talked to me and my dad, like telling us that he made the guy come back. Like, if he didn't go and do that, this guy would have been like long gone and we would have never known who it was. And then another thought in my head was like, oh, I should get out and like look at whatever. And then the like thought after that, I was like, no, I shouldn't get out, because you're not supposed to get out in a car crash on the freeway, because other cars might not see you and still be going full speed and hit you. So I didn't get out of the car. And then I remember I was like looking at my hands, and they were like curling, my fingers were like curling up like this, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? Why can't I was like curling up into a ball, and I was like, I've never felt that feeling. And I guess it was like all the adrenaline, but at the time I really thought that I was gonna get paralyzed. I don't know, because I was getting like thrown around a lot in my car. And then another thought was like, am I bleeding? Because I had like a smoothie next to me in my thing, like a little mason jar, and then it was like there was red everywhere, and I was like, oh my god, am I bleeding? But it was my smoothie. I mean, it's not funny. It's not funny. I was so hysterical and like, you know, I don't even know. But I was looking around for my phone and all this was happening while the radio was on. The radio was playing like an old R&B song, like a jam, like I think it was something by R. Kelly. Fuck him, but it was like by R. Kelly or like some Nelly. It was like by Nelly, I think. I don't know, something like that. Or Usher. I don't know, but the radio was still playing after I fucking stopped. Like, my car was on, radio was playing, like everything was okay, but it wasn't. So then I try to get my phone and I call my mom. She lives 5 hours away and I'm like calling her hysterically crying and I'm just like, I just got in a car accident. And then she's like, oh my god, what do you want me to come there? I'll drive to you. And then so like she drives to me later on, you know, and it was like sweet. Her and my stepdad went. Anyways, getting off track. So I'm looking around for the red truck again and he's nowhere to be found. And I'm just like, did this guy just fucking hit me and not stop and like a hit and run? And then as that moment is happening, oh wait. So I called my mom and then I call my dad and I'm like still crying hysterically and I'm telling him where I'm at. He's like, I'm gonna come to you right now. And then I call my ex at the time. My ex. That was, But he's part of this story, so I'm gonna tell it. I call him, he doesn't answer, and I know he's in class, but I thought, like, I think he would answer, because I know he was in class. Like, I wouldn't call him in class if it was, like, for no reason. So I called him, like, 3 times, and he didn't answer, and he, like, I remember... I saw him text me and he's like, I'm in class, what do you want? Or something like that. And I was so mad at him while I was still crying, shook about the car accident. And so he calls me back and I'm just being petty and like ignoring his call. So that's funny. I think that's funny. I was just like, I just got in a car accident. You can't fucking pick up your phone. I call everybody, I call my auntie and then my uncle. When everybody calmed down, I was just sitting there and I was still crying with my fingers curled up, and then everybody passing by me was just looking at me and looking at me and looking at me, and I'm like, is anybody gonna come out and like fucking help me maybe? Like, no? Like, I guess that's just me being like a girl, being needy, or just being needy, not even a girl, just anyways. And then this older lady knocks on my window and I'm still crying and she's like, are you okay? And she's like Filipino like me, I guess. And then it was like her and her husband in that pickup truck that hit me. They seemed to be just fine and I was like, oh, I called 911. Sorry. See, this is what I mean. I'm like, I suck at telling stories. But I called 911. They're like, where are you? And blah, 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 blah. And then I'm here. And then the ambulance came. And like everybody, like all the, you know, the cops came. And then my dad came. They're like, are you okay? Are you injured? Do you need us to check you? And I'm like, I feel like okay right now, but I'm kind of like still like tense and like kind of my back kind of hurts and and then so they take the other people in the ambulance. I had to go to the ER, but I didn't go in the ambulance because I didn't need to. I felt like okay at the time. I don't know, there's all this stuff in between, and then, you know, blah 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 blah, and then I'm at the ER. And I just don't want to be in the ER because I hate being in a hospital. It's like so gross to me. I don't enjoy the environment. Like I feel like nobody likes to be at the hospital, right? Obviously, but I just really don't like it. So I was there getting checked up, and then after the ER, they gave me like a bunch of pills and like, or not a bunch of pills, just like some pills. And then I go home and I'm just resting. And my mom comes and my stepdad, and they brought me Starbucks, so that was nice. And yeah, I don't know, that's my story. I had to go to physical therapy. My back fucking hurts still. Like when I sit for a long time, like it's so uncomfortable. And it's like suckish because I'm going to court reporting school, so court reporting people like sit for hours. Even in class, sitting in class for just an hour, my back hurts. And yeah, I don't know, just fucked me up because now I have driving anxiety and I get scared and I get anxious like every time I drive, and it's just not fun. I just don't like to be in a car. It's scary, and like even now it's been like 2 years maybe ish, or maybe a year and a half, and I'm still like anxious from it, and I still get flashbacks when I'm driving sometimes. And when I'm driving next to like big trucks, I'll like get anxious trying to pass them up because I just always think about how I was just minding my own business and he just comes in and fucks everything up. And that's just like what people can do to you. They can just like, you could be following the rules and somebody who just like doesn't care can just come in and like hit you, and then everything's just like fucked up and you get your car totaled and you get anxiety and your back hurts and your neck hurts, and it's like, it sucks. So don't drive like a dick and just wait, let people in. If you're gonna miss your on-ramp, just miss it. You could get off on the next one and find your fucking way back. There's GPS on your phone. Like, it's not a big deal. You're gonna lose like 5 minutes of driving. Like, it's not worth trying to like get there and then hitting somebody. So yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe. I don't know how to end this video, so I'm just gonna like say drive safe out there. Okay.